Stormwood and Associates is a production of the Nerd and Tie Podcast Network. For more podcasts from actual play to true crime to witchcraft, go to nerdandtie.com or join our community on Discord by finding an invite at nerdandtie.com/discord. Stormwood and Associates stars Nick Izumi as Dee, Gen Proc as Obi, Trey Dorn as Amy, and Kyle Johnson as Liz Stormwood. Previously on Stormwood and Associates. So, Stormwood Field Operations Team 623 on their first day ended up traveling through a tear between realities, and when they got there, the magical stone that brought them there got cracked. So, obviously, their first order of business was go see if we can get this thing fixed or if it works or whatever. And through a series of events, ended up getting hooked up with this guy, Piotr, who was a wizard of some shady sort, apparently, and he got one good look at the stone and decided he was just going to rob them and kill them and probably sell Liz because they eat humans in this universe anyways. The team ended up getting into a big fight where they managed to kill all of Piotr's henchmen, but Piotr was way bigger fish than they were ready to fry. But luckily, a hooded and cloaked figure showed up and saved the day, briefly incapacitating Piotr and tossing Amy's unconscious body on the top of the tonneau cover on the pickup, and Dee drove them away. And while this mysterious figure and Amy are like on the back, not in the truck, on the tonneau cover, like the cover, the bed cover of the truck, and Amy just completely unconscious. It's great. Yeah, as you see that the figure in the hood is like struggling to keep Amy on the back of the truck while holding on. As you made it several blocks.
Obi is gonna try to like look inside the cab. Do we have any like rope inside here? Or anything I can throw them to like help them keep like stay on? Because I know there's like rope on the vehicle somewhere, but I don't know if it's in the cab.
Yeah, it's not necessarily in the cab.
Okay.
After a second, you do see that like Amy seems to wake up.
Whoa!
And is suddenly very terrified and begins to like try to scramble to the sunroof.
I reach out as far as I can.
And yeah, it kind of scrambles her way like head first back into the cab. What the fuck?
And then Obi tries to reach out for who he thinks is frickin' Wonder Woman here. Or Batman, or he doesn't know.
Yeah, it's they are.
But it's either Spider-Man, Batman, or Wonder Woman. Those are his top three choices right now.
Now that they're not trying to like hold on to Amy, they seem pretty comfortable, like pretty confident in holding themselves in place on the back of the truck. It was just mostly the trying to hold on to the limp body at the same time.
Leaning towards Spider-Man.
Just, Obi, you particularly roll me a d10.
8.
This person does not smell good, and they might be staying out of the cab themselves on purpose.
Ah.
They do not
don't know
smell
any-
good at all. They smell like a sewer. Your sense of smell is sensitive to pick it up like with just through the open sunroof. The rest of the people aren't, but this person smells like an open sewer.
I'm gonna sit down in the cab.
I'm gonna find somewhere to pull over. God,
Okay.
fucking damn it.
So after a few minutes, and you end up like you're peeling out, and you've ended up like actually towards the edge of town. Like the houses are getting thinner. Like the stuff is spacing out. You're getting like away from like the actual like town of the city, and eventually like you find like kind of like a abandoned, like almost like an abandoned lot. It looks like the remains of a building used to be here and that it like burned down at one point, and then like there's a bunch of overgrowth.
Good spot as any. A park somewhere that seems kind of out of the way.
Yeah, and I will say that at some point the Stone of Trankura was grabbed by the hooded figure, because originally Piotr had been holding it, but he dropped it when he was roped up. So I'm not going to make us go back for that. You have it still.
Yay.
Because I don't feel like figuring that out. Amy is just sort of like, looks beat to hell. Is just like absolutely like completely destroyed. Like, you know she should be dead.
Obi offers her a gusher.
I don't think it's a good idea for me to eat anything right now, kid, but thanks.
Okay.
Do any of you guys know some fucking first aid?
I'll be fine. I have a... And she pulls her hair aside, and there's a rune tattooed on the back of her neck. I have a death-proof ward. After I got killed the first time and got saved by a death-proof ward in the Stormwood offices, I had NK tattoo one on the back of my neck.
I have no idea who that is, but sounds cool.
She was on the San Ricardo team that defeated Hollowell.
Big shot. Great.
No, I mean, I was an intern there. She saved my life, and apparently again.
Great. Even this fucking superhero's doing more to help the goddamn team than I can, and I'm in the fucking room. Fuck.
You got us out of there.
Yeah.
My ass was useless this entire day. God damn it.
No,
Knew it
you
was a
got us
mistake
the
to wake
meeting
up
with
this morning.
Piotr.
The hooded figure is just sort of like sitting on the back of the truck right now, just kind of kicking their feet.
Oh, also, I don't know which superhero is back there, but they're real stinky. Just wanted to warn you guys.
I do want to point out that this person had a gun. I don't remember if I said that clearly.
Yeah. It's a nice piece you got there.
So it's a revolver. It's kind of an old West motif, but you know, it's the hooded figure like pops the hood back, and she pulls the hood back, and it is she's still wearing the goggles, but her face is kind of covered in mud, and her kind of red frizzy hair is also kind of matted with just brown mud, and just like is filthy. She has human ears.
Oh.
Wow.
Sorry about that. My name is Cole.
Why are you following us, Cole?
Because you, and she points right at you, Liz. And also, the truck. You have a truck, like a real normal. I've never seen this kind of truck, but it's like a normal truck, right? Like this thing electric. But it's like this is a recognizably a pickup truck.
Yeah.
Okay, so you call this a pickup truck, right? Like that's the normal English.
Yeah.
And we're speaking in English right now. I know I'm wearing a speaking stone, so maybe we're not, but we're speaking in English right now.
No, we're speaking in English right now.
Okay.
And where are you from, Cole?
Wisconsin?
Oh. I got family up there. We're from. We're in
Waukesha?
Oh yeah. I've been there.
You have been there.
Yeah.
The small orcish boy.
Yeah, I'm from Chicago.
Okay. Well, that's you have okay.
What's the problem?
There aren't orcs where I'm from, so it's fine. I thought you might be from where I'm from, but fuck it. Sounds better than here.
Well, what do you call the country you're from?
The United States. It's not important.
Yeah, same as us. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not important. Yeah. Anyways, I'm not shocked. I hadn't seen one where orcs are from, though. I've seen plenty of different worlds. So these guys in this world, these are bad people.
Yeah,
figure that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how much you actually care about. Like, I could info dump on you a backstory, but so you guys are from somewhere else where you have indoor plumbing and pickup trucks and a Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot better
things.
than here. Do you have a way to leave?
That's what we were actually trying to do before I fucked it up.
Well, no, we figured out that we can. It just takes a while to recharge.
We should have a way soon.
Okay. Oh, okay. So, did you guys get here through a corridor, a tear, or a hole, or a gateway?
We're not sure.
Just
magic.
But
stick.
but okay. So all I need you to tell me the following: did you get here through a long hallway of infinite doorways that all led to different places?
Definitely not.
No.
Good, because I did a lot to make sure that one didn't intersect with this place anymore. And if I went through this shit for nothing and there was still a corridor open to this world, oh my God, I'd probably just like kill a whole. It would be bad. Okay, it wasn't for nothing. So there are these things called corridors, and they were built by someone at some point, and they are full of intersecting gateways, and I fell into one a long time ago and got lost. So okay, now describe what it looks like when you got here.
Grass?
No.
More grass.
The how you got here. Not the here.
Gen doesn't remember.
There's a golden ribbon of light. Yeah, I remember if it was either gold or red, but it was like a vertical tear.
I think it was gold, because that's how it was in the
meat grinder?
Yeah, that's the word.
We were chasing down this goblin-y a-hole and went through this light thing and...
Light thing. Okay, so what was the...
golden ribbon. There's a golden ribbon of light emanating from the stone.
Okay, so it was a vertical ribbon.
Yeah.
Okay. So you came through a tear and not a gateway.
Okay.
That makes a difference.
If you say so.
Well, because if you pass through a vertical tear, it means that you kind of okay, so when you go between worlds, there's more than one way to travel. If you go through a gateway, time passes for you the way it does for everyone else. You're still fundamentally you physically as you pass through. If you pass through a tear, different stuff happens. First off, if you ever pass through a tear, until you get back to your home reality, the quantum energy that is in your cells is going to stop your aging.
Wow.
What?
So we're not aging right now?
If you went through a tear, you're not until you get to your home reality where your quantum signature lines up with the local matter.
Huh.
So you're saying I can stay hot?
I mean,
If that's what matters, yeah, I guess.
I've kind of remained in my 18-year-old body for a couple of centuries, so it's not super great sometimes, but it could be worse. I'm worried about the kid. Anyways, okay. So do you have the object that created the initial tear still?
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe we do.
No, that's for you. It doesn't. For you, that's very good. Because if you pass through tears, there are these connections called threads. And the threadings are between worlds that are universes don't sit. The way they sit is like the way they sit next to each other. It's not like a one next to each other, and she's kind of like gesturing vertical, like parallel lines. It's not like that. It's like they're wrapped around each other, and when you tear, you kind of poke through them, but as the spirals go out and more layers are added, as if you continue to pierce through, you should, as you follow the thread of your own passage, eventually return to your own reality. And as you eventually, and as you continue to follow that thread, it'll then pass you through more, and then eventually you'll hit yours again, but there will be more realities you have to pass through in between.
So
Eventually?
we want to hit it on the first time and like stay.
Well, okay, so
yeah.
Here's the thing. Was there any can you show me the device you used? I don't need to touch it. Just can you show it to me?
Yeah, we can show it to you.
Amy kind of walks over and literally points at the staff that is sitting next to the hooded figure. You literally, it's that.
Yeah, didn't you guys pick it up?
I didn't know what I was picking up.
You just pick up random magic sticks?
If
Move on.
Someone's stealing it from you, yes. If I'm trying to help you. I'm being very nice right now.
Oh, okay, I appreciate
your
that.
Your friend here was going to get sold and eaten. And I apologize for my odor, but it's, if you smell like shit and no one knows you're a human, they just think you smell like shit. If you don't smell like shit, they smell that you're a human. I've been here for 15 years. It sucks here. It sucks a lot.
Do you looks over at Liz? Well, You might get to save on the water bill.
All right. Okay. So there's damage. But it looks
Yeah.
like it's retaining a charge.
Yeah, Piotr said that, I mean, assuming what he said was right and he wasn't lying like a lying liar, he said that, it'd still work, it'd just take a while for it to recharge.
Okay. All right.
So what do we do? Lay low until we can use this thing again?
I mean, right now there is an elven crime lord who knows you have this and that you have a human. And he's pretty hard to kill. I did my best. Just catching him by surprise, but okay. Do any of you know anything about electrical engineering?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so we might be able to jumpstart this thing.
Okay.
If we connected it to the batteries of the truck. This thing's
Right,
electric,
okay.
right? What are these, lithium ion?
Yeah. What
The
out of character would that be?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most most car and vehicle batteries are lithium ion.
Do you
Yeah,
have,
good
do
guess.
you have any idea how nice it is to be able to say the words lithium ion and have someone go, oh yeah, that's, oh my God, it's so nice. It's been 15 years on this hellhole. Like, okay, so like when I got started, like you'd end up in a universe where like, the British won, the Revolutionary War or something crazy like that. And maybe the cops are wearing kilts or something silly, but it's still like, it's fun. Like you can't find your way home, but there's indoor plumbing. There's, you can take a shower. You can steal the peanut butter out of some guy's fridge and just eat it because a corridor intersects with his kitchen and he doesn't realize it. That's really funny, by the way. You'll freak the heck out of him. You'll think he has a ghost. If you ever haunted
I'm
someone's
freaked
house,
out that they're putting peanut butter in the fridge.
You've never.
Is it like real peanut butter?
Some people put peanut butter in the fridge. It's a thing.
Yeah, you do it for like the all natural stuff.
Oh, okay.
It makes it harder to spread until it's room temperature, but it technically can actually last longer with bacteria. It's like, I know people who do it. I don't do it, but I know people who do it. So it's like, it's not like crazy. It's just not like, I wouldn't bother, but this guy did. And I also haunted his house. So, I kept putting his peanut butter not in the fridge and it was really fucking with him.
That is some next level ghost shit.
Yeah, it's, let me tell you, the days when I was able to live in the corridors were great. Oh my God. Oh, corridors are, like, I thought it was bad when I was there and I was lost. I'm like, oh, boo-hoo, I can't get home. But like, I was like in houses and like, I had friends. I had to close the corridor from this side. And like Michael and Amanda, like they're still out. I guess they're out there. And for a long time I wanted to get home and then I wanted to get back to them. But right at this point, what I want is, you know what I want? I want a warm bed. I want to maybe like drive a car again and like maybe like meet like a nice car thief or like a kindergarten teacher or a kindergarten teacher car thief. Like that'd be nice. But anyways, I would like to sleep on a mattress again. That would be fucking heaven. Anyways, and not also like I've gone nose blind to this shit. And I don't want to be nose blind to the smell of shit anymore. That I would like that to no longer be a thing. Anyway, so I think if we could somehow so she's like making eye contact with you, Liz. I think if we could somehow hook this up to a car battery, right? If we could hook this up to the car's high capacity batteries, not the 12-volt system, but like the high capacity batteries, we could jumpstart. Now, here's the thing: there's a risk. There's risks to this sort of thing. If we overcharge or if something disrupts it. It's not going to damage the actual thing, but the gateway that it creates, if we do it on the first jump right now, we should be able to target your home. But if we are artificially charging it, there can be temporal drift.
Okay.
there is a chance, and if we artificially charge it, there's a chance we could actually, there's like probably like a 6-year margin of error either direction from like your original point of departure.
6 years?
Like if we do it right, it should be fine, and you should arrive at the same approximate time that you departed.
Right, but we could end up within 6 years at either side, right?
Yeah. I don't want to I don't want to freak you out, but I'm just saying like these are the risks. Like
better than this.
And because right now we got into a fight with a guy who has the ability to magically track people. So once he gets his ass free, he could, in theory, come and kill all of you.
That's a detail that...
Well, I mean, he was trying to kill all of you when you last saw him.
That's how magic works.
Because, like, did you, like, share a drink with them or anything, or, like...
Yeah. What if I said yes?
Then it just means that he has the ability to track you. It's just like I can't do magic myself. I'm people from my universe, like we're pure humans. Pure humans can't do magic. So I can't, like, in theory I could learn like the kind of runic stuff that like the orcs and the dwarvish mages do. Like that kind of magic I could learn. But I can't learn like arcane stuff. As far as I know, like anything that would like go through me, like it would like I'd like if I tried to use the staff, I'd pop. I'd explode. So yeah,
hey.
Because they could smell. You're probably too human to use the staff. And points at you, Liz. What's your name?
Me? Oh, I'm Liz.
Liz, hi. Again, as I said before, I'm Cole. Amy just goes, Amy.
D.
My name's Obadiah Winston Harvey Prism, but you can call me Obi.
Okay. Do they have Fast and the Furious movies in your universe?
Yeah.
No, they don't.
They do.
They don't.
No, they don't.
They don't. You guys have The Dwarf and the Dangerous.
What is Fast and Furious? Is it?
So, the movie franchise.
I mean, when we have movies.
Like sometimes I just worry about like what if the stuff that I remember watching I had to the human mind is not like equipped to actually hold more than like a couple hundred years of memory. It's really interesting that you start like forgetting stuff like where you're from and I had to oh man, I don't know how many centuries I've been wandering. Like if I found home, would I even know that I was home? And is temporal cause that it's so. I had to at one point. I was in this weird cyberpunk universe, and so I had a chip augmented into my brain to actually retain more memories.
I've heard we're on a timetable here.
Sure are. Okay. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's all right. I'm
very excited.
Let's maybe work on this.
I'm very excited.
Is this a good place for this?
I don't know. I live in a sewer.
Do you know of a better place for this?
I don't know. He's that Piotr asshole does not have he has a car, but I don't know if he'd you guys killed his driver, so that's probably helpful. Because he'd have to find the keys in the corpse. But he'd probably he'd probably come as soon as possible. So we should probably start trying to wire this up, yeah?
Yeah, we should
okay.
We should get rolling.
Okay.
Let's see. What's
jumper cables? Just looks at Amy. There are technically jumper cables. We don't need jumper cables with this truck, but I have some from my old car in my... she starts, opening the tonneau cover just because, again, all of Amy's earthly possessions are in the back of this truck. Yes, we have jumper cables.
Jumper cables? Okay.
All right, so, yeah, Cole is just sort of, they kind of just look at you like, yeah. So yeah. No. Probably we should wire up the thing and do the thing and do the thing. So if this fails, if this doesn't work, if something goes wrong, the good news is the good news is that you can keep trying, because as long as you're using this device to go through, if the first jump doesn't work, the second jump should.
Okay.
I mean, it won't get you home, but it'll keep you on the thread. This will keep, if you're using this to jump, and they hold up the staff, this will keep you on the thread. Eventually, this will get you home. But I would like it to be the first jump, because then, because you guys have like air conditioning and plumbing, and obviously like alternative energy is starting to take off, at least in the automotive sector.
Yeah, there's some progress.
Okay.
Maybe not fast enough progress, but it's progress.
Okay. So yeah, so I'll take it. I will take it. I will go and maybe like, it's like just really want to stop living in a sewer and maybe meet someone nice, like Jordana Brewster type, like you ever see the movie Debs? You don't have Fast and Furious, but you have Debs.
Hey guy, let's focus on getting out of here before we talk about what movies you can go see.
Jimmy Simpson's really funny in that. Anyways, okay. She grabs the jumper cables from Amy. I don't know why you have these on an electric truck. That's weird. You can't, but
can never be too prepared.
And literally, like, Cole pulls out their own wrench, like, out of a back pocket. You're not really sure where that came from, because it's from underneath the cloak. Let's get to work.
Sure.
So, Liz, are you with Cole going to?
Yes, we are going to
pull open.
Do we have a
surface?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we have enough money in the budget for this season to do like a cool like montage of them like working?
100%.
Nice.
Yeah.
We made money off of last season.
This is going to be a build something out of nowhere, I presume, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, which you have. And then Cole has technological solution to aid in this. And so I'm not going to make you give the full description of the wiring, because you're kind of doing this with another character. But I'm assuming everyone's going to vote that this is going to work.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so we get a cool montage, maybe some rockin' music as we get them wrenching apart part of the floor of the car to get access to the batteries. There's at least one spot where someone has to hold Obi back from trying to touch the open battery circuit. There's also at least one shot where Cole electrocutes themselves and shoots across the abandoned lot. Gets up, dusts themselves off, and huge amounts of dust just erupt from the cloak when they do it, as they walk back and get to work. But after a few minutes, after probably like maybe 30 minutes of work, you guys have hooked up the Stone of Trancura through a complex series of duct tape, jumper cables, and whatever else you were able to find, like at least 2 band t-shirts tying things together as insulation. And the Stone of Trancura begins charging. Okay.
Hey.
This does not seem remotely safe. I'm just putting that out there. I'm not saying I have a better idea or that we shouldn't do it. I'm just saying we should all be ready to like make sure we don't die. Okay? I'm on the record as someone who died earlier today. Just can we try not to die?
Obi like
not to die.
swings on his backpack and like pulls the straps tight.
I have died twice, and there was an Elven Wizard involved. Each time, I am not a fan.
Okay.
And both times the Stone of Trancura was there. That's fucked up.
That is weird.
So do we have to like hold hands or like touch the truck or
No. Okay, so what this is Cole just is like, okay, so what's gonna happen? And she like kind of like sweats out a little bit to be more eye level with Obi. So what's gonna happen is that we're gonna activate the thing where Amy, because she can use magic and won't explode. She's gonna activate the staff, and then what's gonna happen is that a ribbon is gonna open in the air, like the one that you passed through to get here, and then you're just gonna take the whole car, including all of us, right through, and and that is assuming that nothing goes wrong, because while it's hooked up to the car, we're kind of artificially jump-starting some stuff. So if like if something goes wrong, then it could actually switch to the second jump and knock you forward on the thread, and that would be that would be, I mean, not the worst thing. It just means that you'd have to travel longer to get home. But if we do this right, we shouldn't. I'm trying to be very careful right now, because if I get that, so I've got like this chip in my head with like maintaining like a lot of my memories, and if I get hit hard enough with an electrical jolt or something like that happens, I could go full amnesiac. That would suck. Anyways, but we're going to get you home to your mom and dad, and you're not going to be stuck as a perpetual 10-year-old, because that would really suck.
12.
I thought Obi was 10.
I thought Obi was 12. Oh, no, it says 10. I said 12 earlier in the
I thought
episode.
you were lying.
So.
I thought we assumed you were lying to sound older.
Oh. You guys make me sound way smarter than I actually am. Ken does not think about things like this. Ken just forgets.
I really assumed that you were lying to the bartender, because you thought that sounded more mature.
I
No, I would have said like tried to bluff and be like,
but that's
I'm
why
a really
it's
short
funny.
16-year.
That's why
I don't
it was
know if
funny.
he could actually, if you asked her if she could actually tell what the difference is between a 12-year-old or a 10-year-old. I don't know that she cares.
That's true.
Yeah. But anyways, it's. I just assumed that Obi was. That's canonically what happened. It's that Obi told the bartender.
It is now.
Yeah, back in whatever episode that was, because we've, same session, different episode. So, because I don't want you to be stuck being forever 10, because, I'm stuck at, a young adult age, technically. I can lie and say I'm 20 or something, but you are stuck at 10.
Yeah.
I don't want...
I mean...
You ever seen Interview with a Vampire? No, you're too young to have seen Interview with a Vampire. If it exists in your world. Anyways, it doesn't go well.
I mean, it's the name of a documentary series.
It's not the name of a documentary
about,
series. I'm kiboshing that immediately. No. Vampires exist in your world, but no one believes that vampires exist. Vampires are a secret society in your world. Everyone thinks vampires are fake and made up in your world.
I wasn't going to say that the Anne Rice thing was what it was. I was going to say it was
we understand.
We understand, but I am cutting in the United States of Aramecia, everybody thinks vampires and werewolves are made up and werecats. They don't think they're real. They are real, but that freaks people out when they find out they're real, okay?
So it'd be like Interview with something else.
No,
I don't know.
If it was you can have Anne Rice can exist in the United States of Aramecia. That's fine.
So it could be Interview with a Vampire. It's just that nobody freaking thinks that. Everybody thinks it's fiction.
Yeah.
Complete fiction.
Yeah.
Awesome. Man, it's your world. You're the one making it. We don't know how deep the rabbit hole goes.
Cole comes from a world where it's just a movie and a book. It's, as far as Obi knows, vampires aren't real. Okay?
Yep.
Okay.
And when his mom watched it, she told him to go play and go to bed.
Yeah. Well, there's a chance that, considering Obi's only 10, there's a chance that Obi's parents are maybe too young of a generation to even have really watched it. It just depends on what they were into.
Well, it could be on
kids when it came out.
It could have been put on a streaming service that they have.
Oh, it could have been. Yeah, they might have watched it. I'm just saying.
They might have watched it.
They may have. I'm just saying that Cole was going, "You're too young to have watched it," because.
Oh yeah, he totally is.
Yeah. Anyways. So slowly, kind of electricity is crackling around the staff of Trancura.
So wait, is the Stone of Trancura like our hood ornament now?
How do you think they would have mounted the Stone of Trancura? Did they just have it like hanging off next to the side of the car? Liz built this, right? Though.
Yeah.
Cole was helping, but Liz actually So what did Liz do? Like, did Liz attach it to the car?
So I feel like it'd be under the hood.
Okay, because there's a front trunk.
Okay.
Full of stuff.
Yeah, because isn't this a mid-engine?
It's so it's an electric truck, so it's built on a skateboard, effectively. So the motors are in the base, and so this is
you could put it anywhere, really.
This truck is not a Rivian, but it is loosely based off of a Rivian. Rivian doesn't exist in the universe that our characters are from, but this is the
Slivian, yep.
It's a Tesvian.
Oh yeah,
that's the official name. So canonically, it's not, but this is loosely based off of like a Rivian R1T, with a couple of minor differences, like in its appearance and stuff. But it has a front trunk. But Amy does have that full of stuff, so you'd have to relocate Amy's stuff from the front truck to try to squeeze it in other places.
Right. Okay.
But you could mount it under there. You would just annoy Amy. That's all. And then there would just have to be like a handle somewhere for Amy to use it.
Yeah.
Because Amy has to be the one to actually activate it. Technically, anybody other than Liz is capable of learning how to activate it.
Maybe Liz. She has some like elf or whatever in her, I'm sure.
She has very little where she smells like a purebred human.
Yeah.
Like, there might be some, but it's like, if you ever wanted to take magic user, I'm not saying no, but I am saying that like it's going to be hard for her to learn.
Yeah.
And so there's a high chance of her exploding. Like, statistically, she probably has a tiny bit, so like she probably can connect to magic in some way, but it's way harder for Liz, because frankly, if Liz knew how to, like, if it was easy for Liz, the Stormwood family would have 100% like tried to push her into magical user.
Well, I think Asap had some magic, right?
He did. Yeah, he was a warrior mage. So it's, but
she had maybe the tiniest little bit of that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was hard for Asap, and you're from the more human line of descendants, so.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I think. Okay, so I think it's underneath. It's in the little
front trunk.
The front trunk.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so as it's charging, like, sparks are, like, arcing over the hood of the truck. And Amy is, like, trying to shove the stuff that was in the front truck, like, into, like, the gear tunnel, like, the side storage, like, and is, like, throwing some things out, like, getting rid of, like, it's just a pile of stuff that, like, Amy is, like, trying to, like, decide what to throw away. Did you see, like, you know, just a small pile of, like, old band t-shirts and, like... She's, like, looking really hard at deciding between two pairs of boots. If it weren't for the fact that, like, so, like...
Look, we don't need to be comfortable right now.
No, this is everything I own. If I don't have a home...
That's what I'm saying. We don't need to be comfortable right now. We can be cramped. If we need to do this again, I can make a little compartment in there or whatever. Keep your stuff.
There are 5 of us getting into this truck now instead of 4.
Obi, get on someone's lap.
Yeah, I can do that.
Fine. So she starts, like, putting some of the stuff back into the back seat. You start to hear a high-pitched whine from underneath the engine. And, okay. As you guys start to, like, as it looks like things are about to get ready to go, you guys are standing by the truck when suddenly a ball of fire. Okay, so I'm gonna roll a d10. So where is everybody standing right now?
I was probably right next to wherever Amy was.
Okay, where's Obi?
I'd love to say in the cab, but since Amy is putting her stuff in there, he's probably behind the truck. I don't know.
Okay. Where's D?
D is sitting in cross-legged on the ground waiting for to see if this stone thing will work.
Okay. So I should figure out what Amy's health is right now. Because Amy's at 3. Amy's at 3 health. No, not at 3, at like 7, where like she's taken 7 points of damage is what she's recovered to. All right. Just going to roll this. So as you guys are gathered outside the truck, and like everyone's like getting ready to go, a ball of fire comes flying through the air, and lucky you guys, it smacks Cole in the back and throws Cole to the ground. Everybody roll initiative. Stormwood & Associates is a production of Nerd and Tie. You can find more information at nerdandtie.com/Stormwood. You can also find us on social media at Nerd and Tie on Twitter, nerdandtie.tumblr.com, and facebook.com/nerdandtie. This podcast can be subscribed to on anywhere that major podcasts are found: iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, and quite a few other places, and anywhere that takes an RSS feed. as well. Hey, while you're still here, let me tell you about another podcast on the Nerd and Tie Network, and that's Let's Be Legendary. Let's Be Legendary, the Fey Wild West, is a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons actual play game, so an actual play game like this one, but like, you know, in a system people actually use in the real world. Set in a homebrew Wild West steampunk world, the Fey Wild West follows 2 people discovering what it means to be in a relationship, all the while seeking revenge and learning the truth of their pasts. Let's Be Legendary podcast is an LGBTQ+ podcast with both main and minor characters, as well as players falling under the queer blanket. A heavy RP game with a focus on story and characters, and you can hear it every week here on the Nerd and Tie Network, and you can find all of their subscription information and links at nerdandtie.com/legendary.